Yo, what's up, everybody? Running a little bit behind today, so just popped on. Sorry about the running a little bit. Let's switch to this camera. There we go. Hopefully you can hear me. No one's in here yet because I am behind, and they're probably like, where are you at? So we'll give everybody a few minutes to log on. Let's do this here. All right. Well, let's see here. Do I have any microphones going here? Let's see here. Check. All right, that looks good. This looks good. And how about yo, what's up? Don't know what you're doing right now, but I'm running a few minutes behind, and we're getting ready to go live on Twitch. Well, we're not getting ready to. We actually are live. A few minutes late, just a couple minutes. It's a little bit after 1 o'clock, so join us right now. If you're seeing this, that means you need to run on over to Twitch right now and get logged in and join us because we're doing the thing. It is time for Epic Quest Random Adventures live on Twitch right now. Join us. Oh no, what is my microphone doing? Post that for 30 days. What not? There we go. All right. Who's in here with us? If you're in here with us, say hi. See, we have a viewer. Don't know who it is, but if you're there, say hi. There we go. All right. There we go. We're flying by the seat of our pants today, let me tell you. We actually hit record. So it's switched here. All right, here we go. Let's see, is this going to come over far enough? I may have to scooch a little bit. Everything's out of whack. All right, here we go. Mama Lotus. Hello. Thank you for joining us. I'm flying by the seat of my pants today. It is me by my lonesome. Did I prepare a big show for you? I did not. I have been a busy boy this weekend. We did the Knoxville Zombie Walk yesterday. I went to a show Friday night, and I prepped this much for today's show. But I still wanted to do today's show because, it's the one before Halloween. And do I have a lot of news to share with you? I do not, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and just tell you who I am and all that stuff. So you're watching Epic Quest Random Adventures here on Twitch. I am your host today, Mutant13. What's up? So thank you for tuning in, joining us on the stream today. It's been a busy month of thank you to everyone who came out for the Friday 13th event here in Knoxville, Tennessee. We had a little camp out. My homies came out, so thank you guys for joining us here in Knoxville we didn't do much. It was very laid back type of Morton's List event. There's some camping going on and some just hanging out with the homies and being out in nature. And there's a lot of walking, man. Every time I do something, it feels like I walk people to death, Hey, let's go to Las Vegas. Let's walk you to death. Hey, let's go to a castle, but I'm going to make you park in some random parking lot and walk through the woods. Yeah, I did that. Sorry about that. Yo, Jerry Terrifine's up. What up, Jerry Terrifine? Always in the house. Mega thanks to Jerry Terrifine for always being such a big supporter and hooking us up. Let's see. We'll go ahead and share this because Jerry's here. Bam. There's the coffee link. If you want to buy a coffee for us here at Epic Quest Random Adventures or support us, that's the only place that you can do it besides slipping me a 20 whenever you see me in person. So if you want to go there and check it out, feel free to go to the coffee. Click the link right there. You can support the channel, with your monetary donations. We greatly appreciate it. We put it back into the channel. So every penny. So Deacon Abstract. What's up, homie? In the hizzle for shizzle. Yes, sir. Happy Halloween to you. My favorite time of the year. Love it. I love Halloween. Hopefully everything's sounding good, looking good. I hope. So, again, I am flying by the freaking seat of my pants today. I did not prep. I did not do anything. So, yeah, we're just hanging out. So, what I think I'm going to do today, I'm going to grab the old Morton's list that's laying around here someplace. We're going to grab that bad boy. We're going to open it up. I think we're just going to roll for a topic to talk about and go from there. And we'll just discuss other things Morton's list related. Have not been in much of touch with Too Many of the Twilight Lord since the Friday the 13th event. So I have not reached out and haven't had any conversations. So I am kind of in the dark with you about the Kickstarter at the moment. So I know they were frantically trying to get some stuff together, but time has kind of run away from us. So from them. So I don't know what's happening there. Like all good things, patience is a virtue, and good things come to those who wait. So maybe this is an opportunity that maybe a time frame will get shifted and will be beneficial to you and to the new Morton's list of stuff coming out. So somebody wants to offer promotions for channels and stuff. Are you a bot? Dude? Because no, I don't. No, I don't need you to do stuff for me. So so far, yes, I've only seen Deacon. They are planning to do a hardcover and a PDF. I have not seen plans for a soft cover yet. So PDF. I can kind of see where they're coming from, not to do the soft cover with. The hardcover is so much better in my opinion. I don't know. Other people may say no, but with the PDF, if you wanted the soft cover, you could always just maybe PDF and print yourself one on something soft and put it someplace so we have a backup. Yeah, they will sell quicker, but yes, they are cheaper, but sometimes quality over the quantity, because I think the printer that they're going through is US based, in here. So that's what I've been hearing. So, they don't want the pages to fall out like last time. So I think that's really where they're going with this is so the pages don't fall out. But then again, everybody, has their own opinions on what they want, and they're just trying to give us a higher end quality book this time, which understandable. So yeah, traveling with but that's why you got the PDF too. You're traveling. It's now in the palm of your hand on this little device right here. So you don't need the soft cover as much anymore. You can have this little guy with the PDF on it. So you got your travel right here in your hand. Look at that, a little fancy. Yeah, supporting always. But so you got the PDF on your phone, and then you got your nice for your more, I don't know, high-end, rituals or whatever that you're going to do with the Morton's list of events, bring out your nice hardcover book for those. And when you're playing out in the wild with just random people and friends, then, maybe just use this with your PDF on it. I don't know. So, yeah, I can see that, but, they want people to play it, so I can understand people sharing a PDF and stuff like that. And but then again, I don't know the modern technologies that they're using. Maybe they have some type of weird thing where it's not as easy, or I don't know. Maybe people will get the PDF and it'll make them want to go buy the hardcover books too. I don't know. I'm like you guys. I'm along for the ride on this one. I put in a little bit of input here and there when asked, but in the end, definitely not my decision on the direction that they go with the new game coming out. But I'm hell of excited. There's fun times. I mean, I can't wait. So let me grab my Morton's list, because like I said, we'll roll for topics or something, and we'll just chat about things and stuff. So hold on 2 seconds. Sorry, I don't have all my stuff on me within reach today. Be right back. All right, I am back. There we go. Alrighty. So, I don't know. I figured. I also have a pumpkin outside, so if I roll something that's kind of crafty or, something like that, then I'm going to go grab my pumpkin and carve it. I may have to grab some newspapers or whatever, but let's see here. We'll grab old rando D30 here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Just want to. This run to pop. Yes, I definitely want this to be a very successful campaign Kickstarter for the boys as well. So much fun stuff going on. Oh, if you missed it at the, I'll give you a little. We got to roll of everybody that came out. I'll give you a little sneak peek at what we had last weekend. There you go. See that? Hopefully, yeah, I got my face blocked out. See, kind of the new Morton's List, kind of the table from there, so that way you can kind of see some things. Let's see here. Let's see here. That's junk. The new mutagen roll. That where you can read it. Got the fusion, the baseline, the mutation kind of happening there, and you got this bad boy called the highest list. And move that over. Trying to get some light on it so you can actually see what it says. It's difficult, but then too, I don't want you screenshotting it and all that stuff. Some of the new mechanics so far is this mutagen roll. So where before you had to roll the mutation table. Let's see here, let me get back on this. There we go. So you had the mutation table, and you had to hit that roll before you got any mutation. Now you have the mutagen roll, which is done right after rolling the quest. So, and that mutagen roll, you can get a fusion, which is like combining of quests together, which a lot of that took place on when they were doing the COVID, version of Morton's List that was done on Twitch and stuff about a year or so ago, and before. Then you got the regular mutation tables, which will change the game and stuff like that. So. I'm sure it's not all in stone yet. It's still being, perfected and stuff right now. So that's the good thing about a Kickstarter campaign. You still have a little bit of time even after the campaign ends while they're putting all the books and getting everything printed to go ahead and, do that stuff. Let's see here. Here's another. This is called the trifecta table. Let's see here. Flip that around so you can see it. So you got the scorpion and the let's see here, rainbow dragon, and a few other golden cicada, which is number 17. So I don't know exactly what that is. We didn't hit it, so we didn't. Don't know, which I think it has something to do with the mutagen roll. So, because that's kind of what the mutagen. Look at the top, it kind of looks like a cicada there. See him up at top. So, I got that bad boy. So, but yeah, it's all still new to me, you know. So, dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. So, sort of what we were doing with the Shinobi Center. Yeah, okay. And sent Jess and Nathan some of the info did years ago. Cool. So, I mean, I'm sure all the input that everybody's, you know, suggested and kind of over the years, all the, you know, everybody playing, they've took those aspects into consideration and kind of, you know, took the greatest and best ideas, because that's one beautiful thing about the Morton's List community. There's so many highly intelligent, super, you know, interesting points of views and ways to play and stuff that they've took those great ideas and kind of combined them in, you know, into this new super version of Morton's List. So, super exciting times. I love it. All right, so I wish I had more info. I wish I had more info on the Kickstarter and what's popping off and time frames, but again, I don't have that information at the moment. So I am sitting at the edge of my seat, just like everyone out there watching right now, and just kind of waiting to see when it happens, what happens, and go from there. So, and why not? Let's just roll this one, kind of like a quest topic, so that way we can just chit chat about whatever. Let's see here. I don't have one of these cameras that I can just turn around, so you just have to take my rolls, even though you can't see them. All right, we got 26. Wow, a deviation right off, and I'm rolling off the old page 13 Morton's List in the original book. So we'll start with a deviation. Why not? Why not? So that's going to put us on page 245. Oh, we got an 8, which is gamble. What are we gambling? Gamble. Once the table master rolls a quest and takes the time to discuss its possibilities with the inner circle, the quest may be kept or another one rolled. Okay. The table master would re-roll their new quest, starting either on the echo or shadow list, depending on where the deviation was revealed. Let's see here. The catch is the inner circle must keep the second quest and cannot revert back to the first one. Okay. So we'll go back. We'll go to the echo list now to roll our quest. We got a 16, which is I'm neutral. Ooh, I love I'm neutral. Some of my favorite quests come from this table. Bam, bam, bam. And like I said again, this would be a discussion. So we've got live action roleplay as a discussion topic. And do we gamble? That'll be that will be what we discuss. So if we decide to gamble, we can roll us another one from the echo list, but we will lose the live action roleplay. And I'm always in a gambling mood, so because I'm not a live action roleplay guy. I'm a tabletop. You know, we can sit here if it was like regular D&D and just discuss regular D&D all day, but live action roleplay, I've never really done it. So I think I'm going to go for the reroll. Oh, hell yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we can, yeah, that'd be a good way to do it. I call you on my cell phone, put it on speakerphone, then everybody can hear the conversation. So, no, Elephant Mask is like, no, you have to go out and LARP. No, I don't. I can gamble that. I have a deviation that says I can do it. So, here we go. Here we go. I will gamble that to a 26 for Nightscape. So we're going to do a Nightscape instead. And like I said, this will be a discussion. And 17. Netherworld Seance. So how about that? So we can discuss Netherworld Seance, which I'm totally into. Because it's spooky season. See, that's why I went with the gamble. It is spooky season, so we're going to be discussing the Jerry Terrifying, he LARPs as a regular person every day. Yeah. Trying to portray yourself as a normal human being outside of the weirdness that we all actually are. Or most of us in the Morton's List community, at least. You know, we're an eclectic bunch. Let's see here. We have got Netherworld Seance. Netherworld Seance summons the inner circle to call upon spirits and ghostly apparitions from the beyond. From the beyond. Do we get degrees for this? I would say no, because, I mean, we didn't roll for a table master or anything, and we're just doing this is just a chit-chatty. We're just going to chat. I'd rather chat about this one than actually trying to, break out the Ouija board, because it's, I mean, for real, like 135, so I don't know how many spirits. It's not nightscape, so maybe if you want to, you can do it tonight. I rolled this quest for you. If you want to take it up tonight and go do it with your friends or whatever, if you want to put an hour, but we'll share stories about it right now. So let's see here. Deacon, whoa, is this thing still on? Surely it's not. There we go. All right. So let me do a thing real quick here. And all right, if you all are friends with me on the Facebook, send me a message with your phone number if you want to go on and chit chat. And Deacon, you're the first to go. He's got a story about going down to Knoxville. Does it have to do with spooky stuff? Discussing that Netherworld Seance? Let's do it. Hit me up with your phone number. Send it to me. I mean, unless you want everybody in the world to have it here on the Twitch channel. You can send it in private via the, mess out. Right there he is. He's already there. Boom, boom, boom. So let's dial this bad boy. And we're going to call. And let's put that on speaker. Turn this up so everybody can hear me. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Spooky Spook?
Nothing much.
How you doing tonight, sir?
Actually. Fantastic. Let me put this up here a little closer so everybody can hear you. I see. You may have to turn your Twitch down because the Twitch is a little bit behind this.
All right.
If you're on
so I've got it turned off. I'm just solely on the cell phone with you, so that way there's no feedback.
Oh, okay. See, you already ahead of the game. You already know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm hit to the squares, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to get into this because I know we got to crunch some time. So I had traveled down to Knoxville about 10 years ago. I was going to pick up a mutual friend to bring him up to Detroit for Halloween one year, right?
Right.
So while we're down there, excuse me, he's explaining how, Knoxville and Tennessee has a lot of ghost lore and stuff, and he knows this old abandoned church. So we go to this place, and when we pull up, I mean, to be honest, it just kind of looked like somebody's garage that was kind of busted and broken. Nothing really, and to be honest, I wasn't kind of spooked out. I just didn't really want to go in and maybe the cops show up and we get tickets for, whatever. But everybody else that was there decided they wanted to go in because our mutual friend was explaining that, they had recorded these sounds on cassette overnight, and it was really spooky. And years ago, this was an old, hospital for the Civil War or something. And everybody, I grew up with horror, so everything's with a grain of salt.
Right.
It takes a lot to spook me out, right? So I'm just kind of kicking around rocks, literally outside. And this building, I would say, like I said, it's not bigger than maybe the size of a garage, maybe 2 stories tall. And I'm walking around the side, and the side of the building kind of looks like it's been dug out, right? Like they were trying to do some renovations, maybe getting ready to knock this place down.
Okay. And
I'm just kind of walking around, waiting for everybody to come out, do whatever. And I'm kicking around rocks. And I just happened to, I'm literally out there just humming songs. And I kick this rock, and I look down at it. And this rock does not look right. it just looks a little different, right?
Okay.
This is long-winded. I'm getting to the point here.
I like it. We got to build the suspense. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm getting all into the story now.
So I'm sitting there, take this rock. I look down, and I realize that this, excuse me, this rock is not a rock. It's, for all intents and purposes, in my mind, from everything that I've ever seen, anatomy, skeleton, everything, it's a fucking kneecap.
A kneecap. So some type of bone material you're kicking.
Yeah. So I look up, and I look at the edge of this wall that's kind of been dug out on the edge of this building that's kind of made this pathway, right? And I notice these bricks that are different sizes. And then I start to realize that these bricks aren't bricks. They're headstones.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And then I look down and realize that the clear level of like where the grass is growing, where they've kind of dug out this area, is about head size. And you've met me before, so you know I'm roughly about 6'2".
There you go. So you're standing on possible corpses and such.
Yeah. So this is where the story takes this weird turn. I tell everybody I'm feeling very uncomfortable because I feel like I just kicked somebody's kneecap. And I mean, I love the Headless Boogie, but I don't really want to do that tonight. So if we could just kind of get out of this place and go somewhere else. They all kind of laugh at me, come out, and they're like, yeah, wait, that does look like a kneecap. So at that point, our mutual friend says, hey, do you want to go up to the house? And I say, I don't want to go to this house.
No.
You
say no.
I would like to go to this house. That's the last place I want to go to. I've seen these horror movies, and I know how they end.
We've already disturbed the graves that the residents that live here. Now we're going to go to their house and get murdered by specters.
So everybody else wants to go to the house, so I guess I'm going to the house. So we start walking up this driveway, and it leads to this house that it looks like from a distance, it's kind of got like those front pillars that you'd see on like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, you know, where it looks like this 2-story house, but there's like this weird porch that's like a balcony up front.
Right.
You know, so we kind of walk back there, and as we're walking, I look, and yeah, it was a graveyard. That line that I was looking at, that grass with those not bricks that were tombstones, there was a huge field. And you might even know exactly where I'm talking about. If you talk to Hoy,
okay.
Hoy was there. Hoy was there, so he can vouch for me for everything I'm saying. So he'll be able to tell you probably where it was at. So we go up to this house, right?
Well, I think one of my lights just went out.
What's
That's
that?
crazy. One of my lights in here just went out.
Well, I apologize. I'm just
see,
trying to...
look at that. We're getting all kinds of spooky now. Now I'm getting the freaking cold chills, man. Whoa.
There we go. I'm the Vincent Price of the stream here. So we go up to this house, and this is where it really gets spooky because I'm already in my feels. Like, I'm kicking bones. We're in a cemetery. Everything that I feel like I'm doing, I just probably should not be doing. You know, like, this is where you wake up and you hear Blaze Your Dead Homie knocking at your door, like, hey, you got a blunt. You know, like, I've seen these horror movies, and I don't like where this is going. So we get up to this house. And again, it looks like that type of house, but at the same time, it looks maybe like the past 5 years somebody's lived at this place.
All right. So...
Right? And I'm thinking, like, this is kind of weird because, like, if they just plowed out that edge of that, like, was this the driveway? Like, how did people get to this house? You know, like, where was it? So we go up to the house. Everybody wants to go in. I don't want to go in. I'm just outside hanging around. They're going in, looking at rooms, being, you know, your typical
ghost hunter,
or old teenager just kind of playing in a house. And I'm just looking around, doing my sleuth detective work, like, why does this not feel right? And I look over and I see a basketball hoop. And there's a basketball hoop, and on the backboard, it's got, like, like 4 lines and then 3 lines. And I'm like, that's a weird way to stop a game. You know, like, okay, that's whatever. And then I start looking around and I noticed on the outside the cabling. You know, like when you move into a house, you know, typically the first thing you do is, I got to install cable.
Right,
so
yeah,
I come in, they run lines. So I look at these lines, and the lines look, like I said, roughly within the past 4 or 5 years. But as I'm looking at these lines, I'm stepping on glass. And I'm like, that's weird. So I start noticing that all the windows are broke. So I kind of holler to a mutual friend, and I'm like, hey, is there any glass inside the house? And they're like, no. I'm like, so you're telling me that all the glass is outside? Like, all these windows have been broken from the inside.
From the inside. Trying to escape. Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, that's a weird flag. So I'm like, all right, okay. I kind of peeked my head into one of the windows, and I noticed there's stuff everywhere. There's kids' toys, there's clothes, you know, there's furniture in the house, and I'm just like, that's kind of weird.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah, that's kind of weird for an abandoned house for there to be everybody's stuff still in there, you know?
Yeah, you know, and I see one of our friends, and I'm like, hey, can you open up that door right there? And they open up the door, and I'm like, exactly, that's the kitchen. And I see the kitchen is kind of like, you can tell, like, maybe some kids went in there and had a party one night or some shit like that.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of disheveled. But there's shit everywhere. You know, like the spice rack is kind of still on the counter. And I'm like, open up the refrigerator. They open the refrigerator. What do you think was in the refrigerator?
A fucking head.
I wish there was, because that would make the story incredibly
It was
insane,
a human
but
head.
There was even something creepier. It had food in it.
Oh, shit. Like, did the light come on when they opened it? Like there was still power to? Or was there no...
There was no power, but there was food. And I'm like, open up the cupboards. And
shit.
Up the cupboard, and there's still boxes of, like, stovetop stuff in.
Right, and cans, like, cream corn and shit.
Exactly. And at this point, I'm like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like somebody's living in this blown-out ass house, or they left.
No. Look, like, let me repaint that picture for you, because I think you got it different.
Okay.
This was old. Like, this stuff had been there for 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
Like, somebody had just left and never came back to this place.
They're like, fuck this, we're out.
Exactly.
And, wow, okay, I got you.
So I'm flipping out, and I'm like, look, guys, we need to leave. Like, there's just something not right. I'm not paranormal. I'm not weird. I'm not one of those people that thinks, like, you know, there's some evil demon that's going to come and eat me. But right now, I kind of feel like some of that stuff might be true.
Right.
And this house is the reason why. There's something not right here. All these signs, like if this was a video game, we're gone. We got enough XP. Let's go to the next fucking level.
Right.
And they don't want to leave. They're all still climbing around. So me and one of our mutual friends kind of walk around to the front of the building, and we're talking about this stuff. And he's like, why are you so creeped out? And I'm just looking at the front of this building. I'm like, look, number one, it looks like the front of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre building. I wouldn't try and sell. I wouldn't trick or treat here. So number two, we had to come here through a path that was cleared through literally a cemetery.
Right.
And you guys seen the bone that I kicked. Like, there were literally tombstones on the edge of where they cleared that were almost falling off. Like, the windows are blown out from the inside. There's still food and kids' clothes and toys and furniture. Clearly something happened here where people were just like, nobody can ever live here again. And
right.
We're gone. So as I'm saying that, you know how, like, underneath a lot of houses, you'll have, like, that half window for the basement?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, so they're right underneath the front porch of this, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre type house. We can see these two windows. There's one on the left, you know, like a kind of like a domino shape, you know, like two little squares next to each other, and then off on the right, the same thing.
Right.
And one of them's knocked out, and we can kind of see into the basement, but you can't really tell what's in there. You can tell there's kind of like some sort of wall and then things. And as I'm talking to him, I'm like, dude, this place is creepy. Like, I mean, imagine if somebody was downstairs the whole time as we're in this fucking house. So when
shit,
I said that, something moved. And I mean, literally something that we had been looking at this whole time and not really noticing as anything of importance.
Ooh, big cold chill. I got them all over now from that one.
A shape just moved. Like the whole time we had been talking about this, something was sitting in that basement window, looking directly at him and I, listening to this conversation. And then when I acknowledged that, what if something was in that basement, it went, I am, and it stepped out of the window.
Oh, shit.
And at that point, it could have been a raccoon, it could have been a dog, it could have been a bum, it could have been Mr. Rotten Trees, for all I fucking know. We literally ran up to the house. It was like, get the fuck out of the house. Yeah. We gotta go now.
We gotta go now. There's something in the house.
And you have to understand that this is normally a quick thing, but we had Hoy with us. So we're like, where the fuck is Hoy? We have to get him out of the house right now. Because the last thing we want is for Hoy to be the person
that gets the poor blind kid gets left behind and eaten by the monster,
Exactly. And we didn't even roll a question to this. This was just, we're going to go adventure.
Right. Just totally random, out, hey, let's go do this spooky thing. So what time of the year was this? Was it like summertime or was it fall?
It was the beginning of October.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said you were going to Hell Wicked shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
it just
we were
clicked.
Picking them up and bringing them to Michigan for the 2002. It was 2002 Halloween Wicked second night.
So that was actually 20 years ago. So,
yeah. So it was a while ago, but like I said, it's still so vivid, and it's one of the very, very few moments in my life where I go, there was something not right. I don't know if it was paranormal, if it was a ghost, if it was cryptozoology, but there was just something. My spider sense went off.
Hell yeah! Oh shit! Yeah, that's a fucking. Man, spooky stories like that, I fucking love them, dude. I love them.
It's a true story. Like, I can tell you that I was terrified that day. Like, as a grown man, watching horror movies, hearing ghost stories, campfire stories, growing up with Twilight Zone and everything else, trying to embellish those terrifying things that we grew up with. That's, it inspired the spider webs and cobwebs and shadows on the wall in the nighttime. I was more terrified in that moment than I ever been in my life, because I was just like, what is happening?
Oh, damn. That's awesome.
Like, when I seen that thing move, it was just visual confirmation that there's just something that was paying attention, and there was something watching.
Okay, so Knoxville full of the scary, spooky things that go bump in the night. So
there you go, man.
Hell yeah.
So I hope that your lights came back on. I hope everybody that's listening.
Oh, it's still out. It's still. I think it drained the This one light is battery powered, and I think it drained all the juice out of these batteries. And
I'm sorry I had to do that in order to tell the story. Spooky times. But I hope everybody that's listening got a little bit of tingling and some goosebumps, because it's 100% true.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for sharing, man. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah.
Not a problem, man. I thank you for giving me a call, and you have a great night, man.
All right, brother. All right. Happy Halloween. Have fun.
Happy Halloween, sir.
All right. See you, Mike.
Bye.
All right. Damn, you're right. That was so much fun. Damn, we're going to have to start doing this more often. If Hoy's not here or even if Hoy's here, we're going to have to start doing like spooky stories and shit. Maybe start doing some of these at night and stuff. So, okay, Junkhead. It was like, remember when we heard the scream in the woods, but I didn't hear it? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Fuck yeah. Yeah, they apparently heard a scream last Friday the 13th whenever we were camping here, and I didn't hear it. And all I had was I had my hoodie up, and I'm kind of deaf anyway, especially in one ear. And and I'm like, did y'all hear that? Or they asked me if I heard it, and I'm like, heard what? And they're like, it was a scream. And I was like over towards the woods. I think I was using the bathroom or something, and I was like, holy shit. So yeah. Let's see here. I have a story about Let me go look and see if there's an artifact here. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I was going to go get this visual aid for this story I was going to tell, and of course I can't find it right now. So, a little bit of a bummer, but I'm going to tell the story anyway. So, way back in the day at my old house, I used to be into, sitting down. I had this little separate garage, and I would craft and make things, and there for a while I got into wood burning. So, I had my little wood burning tool. It was like a little pen, and I was like, it'd be cool to make a Ouija board. So, I designed this little Ouija board, and I was, kind of tracing everything out. I was sitting down there working. It was kind of fall like this, and it was during the day, but it was late in the afternoon, probably getting ready to be around sunset, probably around 5 or 6, and the leaves had been falling, so, everything's kind of extra crunchy outside because there's like a row of trees and stuff, so tons of leaves by my garage, and if anybody walked by I could totally hear them and stuff like that. So I was sitting there, and I'm kind of facing this way, and over in this direction there's a doorway, like the garage door, and it was wide open, and I was sitting there, and all the lights in, I had the lights on in there and stuff. I'm sitting there just burning away, for probably a couple hours. I'd been down there. It's like a weekend afternoon, sitting there and just kind of glance over and stuff, and it was like I thought I saw like a shadow, but it was kind of daylight, so it's kind of weird. It was just pitch black, just jet black, and when I look over at it, it was like it took off and it ran. So I kind of know what Mike was saying about something staring back. And this was during the day though, so it was extra spooky because I couldn't see through it. And this thing like took off, and I heard it on the crunchy leaves, like running. So, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And it's like it dove into this grown up hedges and where all these trees, and it's like I never trimmed this shit out, it was always overgrown and shit like that. I was like, what the frig was that? So I got up, put down the little wood burning tool. I'm like shaking a little bit, and I'm already spooked out because I'm sitting here working on my Ouija board and shit. So I walk over, and I'm like, what is that? And I kind of look through, and I'm kind of trying to look in. You can't really see anything because it's, like I said, it's, near dusky dark. so you can't really see. And as I got closer to the bushes and stuff, like all these crows fly out. I mean, they didn't fly directly into my face or anything, but it was like within, 10 to 15 feet away, like 3 or 5 crows. I mean, not a ton of them. I mean, like there was like 50 crows, because that would have really made me shit my pants. But, there's like 3 to 5 crows like flew out of this bush right where I saw this thing like kind of dive in and stuff. So, holy shit, whatever was standing there watching me that ran like a man, like jumped into the bushes and, then jumped out. And, so that kind of freaked me out. And it kind of reminds me of like, if you play D&D, like, like the Kinku or whatever they're like, or Were Ravens or whatever the shit, it's kind of what, in the back of my mind, it's what, was that what's watching me in these, and it turned into a bunch of crows. Was it some type of like demon or something, something spooky that turned into like crows and flew out? So it made it extra. And let's see here. Dak says a wood kami. I don't know what those are. You said Japanese? Is that a Japanese thing? Let's look at that up. Let's see here. Dun, 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 KMI, dun, dun, dun. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. New, I don't know what that is. That's some other thing that's bringing up, so I don't know what that is. Bringing up like wood cabinets, because, it wants to autocorrect me here, so I have no idea. Alright, so who knows? So there you go, sitting there playing with spooky things, and spooky things happen. Imagine that shit. So that was pretty scary, I mean, not scary. I mean, I went back to it immediately doing what I was doing and was kind of like, ooh, I'm creeped out now. So, because I'm dumb like that, I get scared and I get all excited because I'm scared. And, it kind of makes me, I don't have that, like, sense of dread or anything. It's almost like if something's going to get me, I hope it gets me. So that'll make my story so much better, even though I'd probably be dead or whatever. But, same thing. This is at the new house. I was outside, and this is back when I used to smoke cigarettes. And I was outside one night, and I was sitting out there, and out of the random, I just hear this goat scream. If you've heard goats, man, they sound like little kids screaming, and it goes Brad like that, and it sounded like a small child screaming my name, and I said, nope. Immediately put out the cigarette, came back inside. It was like giggling, laughing. I was like, nope, not today. Not today, Satan. Going inside. Devil goat outside, scream my name. Going inside. So, let's see here. Let me keep up with these chats. I see Dak saying Shinto gods, kami. And let's see here. Okay, so yeah, maybe. I mean, Tennessee is the mountains here. The Appalachian Mountains are some like the oldest mountains in the United States. I mean, they're thousands upon thousands of years old. It's not like the Rockies where it's all jagged, or some places you see all these like super jagged mountains. Those are kind of relatively new mountains. But when you see mountains that are nice and just rounded off, it means they've been for thousands of years just being, the weather has, or longer, hundreds of thousands, who knows, long ass time is what I'm saying. So there's no telling what lurks in the mountains of East Tennessee and northern Georgia and West Virginia and stuff like that. So spooky. Yeah, I see even Jerry's saying that the Appalachian Mountains are some of the oldest on earth, and extended. See, this is some old ass spooky shit. Ancient monsters, fucking totally. Ancient civilizations, who knows? All types of spooky shit here in the mountains of Tennessee, and that's why it's such a wonderful place to visit. And we have Dollywood. They really missed the mark, man. With these ancient mountains and spooky stuff, you build Dollywood up there, and you have the pumpkin festival and shit. where you could totally put something really terrifying. But no, we got Dolly Parton, which is a savior, by the way. I mean, not a savior, but she is the queen of the Appalachians. So no disrespect to her. I'm not disrespecting her, but you know, she's extra nice, and I guess that's why Dollywood's such a nice place and not scary. So, Tennessee has a corpse garden. I wonder what part of Tennessee. Tennessee Corpse Garden. Let's look it up. Fuck. Why not? Now, if going back, let's go back and kind of tell what we're doing today. I totally did not prepare for this show. I kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I don't have my boy Hoy here with me today. Kind of fill up some dead spaces. So what we're doing is we just rolled at random. And the very first thing we got a deviation. We got gamble. And then instead of like doing the quest, we're just going to use it as a topic for discussion. So our first quest that we rolled, what the hell did we roll? We had I'm neutral, and we rolled, let's see here, number 12, live action role play. And I wasn't feeling it, and I was so glad we have a deviation to go ahead and change that up. So I gambled, and I was like, I'm going for it. I'm going to gamble. So we landed on Nightscape. Then we rolled the 17. And if Stephanie was listening right now, she'd be all excited because she's like, 17, that's a number right there. I'm like, hell yeah. So we got Netherworld Seance. So, Oh, okay, you're talking about the Body Farm. Body Farm. Okay, Corpse Garden. Corpse Garden sounds like a place that you get to visit. Body Farm is a very scientific place that you don't get invited to unless you are studying at the University of Tennessee or you're some forensic scientist from another school or something like that. So, but yeah, that was what the hell was that doctor's name? He does book signings and stuff here all the time. God, what is his name? Brig. Bass. Yeah, okay. Yeah, William Bass. That's the guy that started the Body Farm. And he's wrote tons of books. I mean, really pioneered forensic science for law enforcement and studying decomposition of remains and stuff like that. And just so that way, if they find somebody that's been dead, and they really study the different way. Like if you donate your body to science here around this area and it goes to UT, then sometimes you may end up at the Body Farm, and then they'll put you in different situations so they can study decomposition in different, how a body decomposes in the trunk of a car, how a body decomposes when it's, this certain circumstance has been applied to it. So, it's a very, very important thing that, it kind of reminds me of the not Middle Ages, but like the 1800s when science was really starting to come out. Is like less folklore and witchcraft religion stuff, and they were really trying to figure stuff out. And they were first started, doctors were actually cutting into cadavers and really understanding how the organs were and why stuff did what, and why putting leeches on somebody didn't magically heal you and stuff like that. And and it's kind of what William Bass did, kind of was like the evolution of that medical, scientific research to understand and help, if something happened to you and they found you out in the woods and it was just your bones and shit like that, so they could really tell what had happened to you. So very cool. But yeah, let's see here. Elephant Mask said his mom. That'd be scary. Sheila at the Body Farm. That's terrifying. I am so scared now. Yeah, that's extra scary. I mean, you gotta know Sheila, man. That is one woman. I would never ever want to be on that woman's bad side. Let me tell you, she's fun. Let's see here. Corpse Garden just sounds so good. I'm going to get a sign. Corpse Garden. Corpse Garden. Somebody else said something about it being a name for a metal band or something. Yes, that would be a fantastic name. So, alrighty. So, anybody else? Let's see here. We got a little bit of time left. We've only been on for about an hour. We got time for one more story. So, if anybody has a good Ouija board or netherworld seance story that they would like to tell, and feel free to call me on my cell phone right now, or if I don't have your number, to go ahead and just go over to and send me a private message on to Brad Luttrell at the over on Facebook, and then we will I'll call you. If not, though, if I don't get a phone number in like the next 4 or 5 minutes, then we'll just our 1 hour is almost up, so we can call it a day. I'm glad we got to do a live stream today. Again, totally sorry that I'm not more prepared and had more to talk about and go on and stuff like that. I always told like Nathan and Jess and Hoy and a few other friends, like, I want to be buried in the cemetery, but if you want to dig me up, and it would be awesome that if a Morton's list relic, I will say this is okay. May not be okay with my family per se, but me personally, if you do this, I am totally cool with it. Don't destroy my tombstone, because I kind of want to leave it. But if you want to dig me up and you want to take my skull around and use it for like Morton's List rituals, hey, I won't haunt you or be mad at you in any way, shape, or form. And if you want to just take the rest of me, you know how you can nowadays they can take the body of somebody and they can compress it into like a gem and stuff. Hear me out. Would this not be cool shit if they took your body, like they took your head off, and I don't know how many of y'all play D&D and shit, but know what a demi-lich is? So imagine the skull, and they compress your body into the jewel, and they put the jewel like in your eye, and like your teeth, they like pull them out and put different jewels for teeth and shit, and then you're like carrying around, maybe like carve some weird like M13 in my skull or some shit, or get those cool ass little rotary tools and kind of decorate the shit up. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be mad at you. I wouldn't haunt you. I'd be kind of honored to be your mantelpiece, and tell stories down the road to many generations of Morton's List players, and stuff like that, and start a non-so-spooky cult-ish type thing. I wouldn't be mad at you. It'd be an honor, but I'm weird like that. I'm totally freaking weird, let me tell you. I'm super weird, but then again, most of the most interesting people I've ever met are all also weird. So let's see here. Thumb bones into clear crystal D30s. Look at that. Yeah, we talked about there's a place that does bone dice, and they make them out of human bones, and it's actually out of people like the old medical specimens when they kind of retire them, when they just maybe got broken in a university class or something like that. Maybe they had the skeleton over there and it's started to fall apart or got broken or something like that. I guess they got a deal where they get to take these specimens and they get to repurpose them, and they turn them into dice. And you can buy, I think, a set of, let's see if they're on here. I think the company's called Artisan Dice. Why not? We're talking about macabre, spooky shit. Why not talk about haunted dice? So, let's see here. Let's see if this is the company. All right, here's our, Memento Moria D20. Here you go. Memento Moria. If I can get to pull up. I may be using too much of my internets right now, so my shit may be running a little slow. Oh, actually, I don't even have my Wi-Fi turned on right now. Why not turn it on? There we go. Now it'll load. Oh, you can get 10% off right now if you order. Come on, show me these spooky dice. All right. Where's the words? I want to read about the spooky dice. Damn it. Let's reload this. Bear with it just a second while it does its thing. Am I going to have to use my regular internet? I also have my laptop open here, so. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. We're going to have a race to see which one of these devices works a little quicker. Damn, is this one being a... Maybe it's their website just being a slow piece of shit today. Sorry for the delay. Here, let's turn this camera on so that way I'm kind of already looking this direction. Alrighty, let's see here. Here we are. Alright, tell me about these freaking dice. Alrighty, well. Son of a gun. Wow, they're out of stock right now. Alright, a D20, just one single D20 is going to run you about $293. You can get a set of dice, you know, which is probably going to be your, your typical D&D set, which is probably a D10, a D8, a D12, a D4, a D6. And you may get the percent, I don't know if they give you the percentile D10, but they may give you that too. But $2,691. Damn. That's just a lots of money. And of course, none of the text is coming up right now, so I can't really read all the information about these dice. But they are spooky. They are pretty cool. Memento Moria by Artisan Dice. And at one time, I did reach out to this company. I actually sent them an email because I wanted to get human bone D30s made because I'm a freaking weirdo. I mean, God, man, let me take all this shit down real quick. Sorry. Bam. All right, get rid of that. There we are. So I don't have Epic Quest on my face. But yeah, I wanted to get a human bone D30s made. And they don't make D30s, so for them to set up the form or whatever, they want to charge me like $3,000 just to set it up so they could start making D30s. And then I think the dice were going to run like, because I wanted them a certain size. I wanted the size of these right here. I think these are 33 mil or so, or millimeters, I think is what the size of these are. The ones that you get from, not ChessX, but what's that other company? The other company that makes them, whatever. But I wanted them in that size. And yeah, they were going to, charge about $300 a piece. So I thought about doing a little thing where I raised the money up and, had people, order and stuff like that. I never did though, because it was going to be, it was going to have to raise like $5,000 or $6,000. You'd have to pay people. Would everybody be kind of splitting the cost and going from there. Then again, there's probably only like 2 or 3 weirdos like me who'd be like, "Fuck yeah, I want a human bone D30." Everybody else will be like, "God, that is fucking weird. You're so weird. Don't do that. That's disrespectful to the dead." But then again, they're dead, and I would be honored if somebody made dice and cherished the dice and used them in their game especially a game like Morton's List, which is see, Jerry Terrified's like, "I want a human D30." Hell yeah, don't we all? They also have some other dice on this website where they make them out of animal bone, which I think you can get them in alligator bone and some other styles. Let's see here, maybe elk bone. I think they have some too that are made of poop, made certain kinds of poop. I don't know. Look it up if you want to. Check them out. Oh, good. All right. And I hope you've had a entertaining afternoon. I've had a blast today, even though I did not know what the hell I was going to be doing today. And Toby was like, didn't know what to talk about. I had no actual official Morton's List news to really discuss besides the Kickstarter hasn't went live yet, and we're all sitting here waiting to see when that's going to happen. Me personally, I'm just saying this. Me personally, I hope maybe they wait a little bit because we're about to get into holiday time, and I just think if they drop it like today or just like in it's not gonna do as well because it's gonna compete with people buying Christmas presents for family and children and stuff like that. And I hope they, everybody feels like I do, and they're like announce like what the tiers are going to be and give some people some time to save up, and then maybe release that bitch around tax time. That would be my suggestion. Because damn, when everybody gets that tax money, they can then you're guaranteed to succeed, and then people have the extra money from the tax season to, do the I don't know if you saw the little tiers that they had laid out, but they have the tier for the was it Baller Steakhouse Symposium tier, which was like go to Gen Con, you got a ticket for Gen Con, you get a hotel for Gen Con. And I think it's Gen Con in Columbus. Is that right, Dak? Dak, you know the convention circuit way better than I do. Gaming is Gen Con, is that in Columbus? Or am I thinking of the wrong convention? Oh, Origins. Okay, Origins. That's the one. Sorry about that. Not Gen Con. Then Origins in Columbus. Sorry, I misspoke there. But yeah, at Origins or whatever, and that would be it'd be dope if because there's very limited. I think there was limited to like 12 spaces or whatever for that one. But it'd be dope. Shit, maybe it'll happen. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'm super excited. I'm really excited about the tier where you can be a game supplier. Because man, nothing I want worse than buying just cases of these new Morton's List. And just being able to do the hustle like I used to back in the day. You can ask Elephant Mask and Hoy and all them. Like a lot of times, like Grant was saying that the first time he remembers like actually meeting me was probably over at Easttown Mall. I was sitting at a table, and I was selling Morton's List out of a backpack or a bag that I used to have, and I'd go around trying to, hey, would you like to buy a Morton's List? Because I was on that whole supplier program that they did back in, let's see, what year was that? It was around 07, 08-ish. Yeah, it was right when the Karmic gatherings were kind of starting to go and pop off and stuff. They had a tier, they had it's almost like a contract thing. You signed up, and Grant says it was my red Morton's List bag that I still have this day, that is sitting right over there full of D&D books right now, because I use it for my D&D stuff when I don't have I had my Morton's List stuff in my backpack because I took it camping with me on Friday the 13th when we went out camping. So, but yeah, holy shit. All right, let me check the thing. All right, no others. So, all right, but yeah, that's it. And shit, I had a blast. I had so much fun. If you want degrees for this quest, I will sanction you to go out 1 hour of honest effort into a Netherworld seance later this evening. And next time you see me, I'll sign your quest log if you want me to. So, and I will just put me down as table master. And if you have any degrees or powers, I will not try in any way, shape, or form to deny those powers. So, if you want to use them, trying to steal that degree away from me from being table master, you may go ahead and do that. So, all right, so that is that, and have a great evening. Have a safe and fun Halloween. It's one of my favorite times of the year. Oh shit, one of the things I wanted to tell you about. Okay, I guess I'll tell you about next time. We'll talk about it at the end of November, but get ready for Krampus. That's gonna be my new thing. I'll tell you more about it later. You'll probably see it online. You'll probably get an invite, because it's gonna be a new thing that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna do it right after Halloween. I'm going in full launch. I'm going to. I've already got a friend of mine making a costume. Already ordered a mask, and actually I already have the mask. It's already shown up, so it's in a box here. And maybe next time I'll show it to you. Maybe next time I'll wear the costume too. Shit, may get all Krampusy up at the end of November. So. Be on the lookout for that if you want to hire a Krampus. I'm your dude. Just you will have to pay me some travel if you live far away. But if you're in the Knoxville area, super affordable, super cheap. Come to your house, scare your kids, whatever you want me to do. almost anything you want me to do. $20 is $20, right? So, all right. Happy Halloween, and we'll talk to you after Thanksgiving. Peace out.